Man, we finna see what happened, how Spinthabin got killed. I heard of him before, but I ain't really never listened to his music. But I've been seeing him around because of Fully on shit. But we finna get to the reaction.
Well, first off this noon, I want to show everybody at home, this is still a very active scene. Let me step out of the way and show you that
for real. That's crazy.
Hollandale Beach police are still here on the scene hours after a shooting which turned out deadly.
Hey man, stay safe, world shit. You already know what's going on. So we got some unfortunate news coming out of Broward County where Florida artist Spinthabin was unfortunately gunned down in a crazy incident early this morning, man. News broke. A lot of people were questioning what's going on. So we got to give you every single detail that we know today because it's honestly a crazy situation. I'm calling it the Broward curse because someone very close to him in his family that we all know of actually died in very similar circumstances, man. So we got to get into it right now. But before we do, gang, I'm gonna need you to do something for me, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna run out this video. Make sure you check out the merch. Look at this. We've been following the Florida scene and just his music and rise in general. This is a super crazy situation that's completely unprecedented. In my opinion, he was one of the rising artists in Florida and literally one of the most talented and unappreciated. So the fact that he got gunned down at such a young age is honestly crazy. It's super unfortunate, but when you look at the rappers from the Broward area, there's like literally a streak of rappers who are either dead or in jail in crazy situations, man. You got Psycho Bob, who's currently locked up and had his mom smoked. You have HMT Trey, who also had his mom smoked and is also locked up currently. You have Wiz the Wizard, who got beheaded in Hollandale Beach. Man, the only person left standing is Kodak Black, and he's kind of like tweaking out on drugs right now. So right now, it's just a difficult time for Broward County rappers. Spinthabin, aka Brandon Whamley, was an up-and-coming rapper from the Broward County area of Hollandale Beach. He originally blew up mid-pandemic when he got signed to Kodak Black around 2021. Growing up in Hollandale Beach, there's not a lot of opportunities for anything. There's literally the beach and then there's a hood, and it's primarily the hood. He jumped out the porch at a young age and got associated with a gang called Double M, aka more money, more motion, more murder. One thing that Broward County has going for it is the close connection that a lot of rappers have to bigger rappers. There's not a lot of huge rappers coming from the area, so everyone knows someone who's connected to someone. And in this case, his cousin Wiz the Wizard has close ties to Kodak Black, and that is what got him initially signed to Kodak. Honestly, the constant theme here is I don't know why anyone would be signing to Kodak Black in general, bro. If someone who literally be tweaking be signing you, you cannot expect positive things happening into your career because pretty much everyone who signed a Kodak Black has pretty much either died, crashed out, or just become irrelevant. Unfortunately, just as his career was getting started, a crazy incident within his family would go down that would pretty much mark the rest of his life in tragedy. And we're going to get into that in chapter 2.
In Hallandale Beach, where a body was found this morning. Investigators suspect foul play. Local 10's Ian Margle is live with details on this. Ian.
Yeah, police cleared this scene about an hour and a half ago at this point. This is the home where that man was found, but there are still a lot of questions left to be answered here. Namely, why did this happen and where was this man killed? Make their way into a crime scene after a man was found dead on a sidewalk Friday.
Investigation continues. There's going to be detectives reaching out to the family, friends, trying to get some more information.
According to Hallandale Beach police, a neighbor found the body around 6 a.m.
I wonder, was he in his hood somewhere? Like, was he somewhere near his hood when he died? Like, I really want to know what
in front of this home on Northwest 6th Terrace and 9th Court. It's unclear at this point if the man was actually killed there or if his body was dumped, but police say he did grow up in the area. Although law enforcement hasn't confirmed who he is, the victim has been identified on social media.
See, he around his neighborhood. He around where he grew up at in the hood, bro. You can't do that, gang. Niggas gonna hate on you, bro. You can't.
As rapper Wiz the Wizard.
Not saying that there is 100% link between what happened today and the situation with Wiz the Wizard, but just a couple weeks ago, another Broward rapper, HMT Trey, would end up getting charged for Wiz the Wizard's death in a crazy takedown that the Broward police did against another gang called the Dania Hot Boys.
On 7 this noon, several of the accused gang members arrested as part of a big bus facing a judge. Deputies say they're connected to a number of killer crimes. 7's Alex Browning is live in Fort Lauderdale at the Broward County Jail with more. Alex.
leave the streets alone, man.
And Lorena, this apparently was a notorious group here in Broward County. Their reach spanning county lines, and now the reign of terror, according to prosecutors, is over. Police say a violent gang is now off the streets and behind bars. 5 men going before a judge Wednesday facing 33 counts. It closes 8 murders and 12 attempted murders in Broward County. It all began in January after the shooting death of 17-year-old Terrence Farrington at a Plantation Best Buy.
They was buying ring cameras. Terrence came out, Terrence fell, and died right there.
4 people shot, including 2 customers. Police now say Sigmund Brown, Kavarius Johnson, and Gerard Charles are responsible for the teen's death. A fingerprint lifted at the scene led the Broward Sheriff's Office gang task force to one of the gang members. 10 months later, 8 arrested, firearms confiscated, along with stolen credit cards and ammunition. Trayvon Key and Kavarius Johnson charged with the shooting death of rapper Wiz the Wizard, or Wisdom Johnson, back in September of 22.
Fortunately, fast forward to August 29, 2025, and it will be Wham Spinthabin meeting a similar fate to his cousin.
Lives out here and the crime scene unit, and they're looking for shell casings in this area. In fact, you can see them right now live on your screen, and they're walking around. That's the crime scene from Hallandale Beach Police, looking for shell casings. And I'll get into the video now, and I'll give you the story as it comes from Hallandale Beach Police. Some interesting aspects of this. This happened late last night, 500 block of Northwest 6th Avenue. They say a 25-year-old male victim identified as Brandon Wamley had been transported to a nearby hospital after sustaining gunshot wounds where we're at now off Northwest 6th Avenue. Witnesses say the victim is a rapper known as Wham Spin the Bin. We have checked with police and they have heard that as well. Tragically, he later died. Now, preliminary findings, according to police, say that this was an isolated incident and that the victim and the suspect were acquainted. But in a news release put out by Hallandale Beach Police, they say the case remains under active investigation. And we'll bring it back out here live, and you can still see that police are still trying to get to the bottom of this. Now, what I will tell you is that this did happen in a residential neighborhood. You'll see homes throughout this area. Apparently, the victim, once again, witnessed.
Officers responded to a 500 block of Northwest 6th Avenue on Thursday after receiving a shot spot or gunshot detection alert, Hallandale Beach Police said. The victim, 25-year-old Brandon Wamley, was found suffering from gunshot wounds and was taken to a nearby hospital, where he unfortunately died from his injuries.
Damn.
Yeah, bro had some crazy-ass shit going on in his life. Yeah, he had a post of his baby mama saying that he should be killed next, and had beef with other artists, but it didn't really seem serious enough to really take him out. Many who know the situation are saying that it could have been someone that was close to him or some type of friend that ended up doing this in an isolated incident. And it really seems like that because of the police saying that it was an isolated
What that boy Dirt say? Why till you call your homie? Why till you call your homie? Why till you call your homie? No, for real, bro. You don't never know who out to get you, boy. You don't never know. And they get wicked like that, nigga. For real. Like, you gotta be on your P's and Q's, bro. You gotta worry about you gotta worry about all them niggas you hanging around with 24/8. You gotta worry about this, that, this. And it's just too much, gang. If you hanging around 1,000 niggas every day, I'm not saying he was, I'm just saying, for example, if you hanging around 1,000 niggas each and every day, somebody is gonna rat, somebody's gonna tell. Somebody gonna rat, somebody gonna bitch, somebody gonna snake you out, everybody's not gonna be real. That's what I'm trying to make my point is. Everybody's not gonna be real. Somebody gonna do some flaw shit. Somebody gonna be somebody. So it might be 1 or 2 people that's real out your group, out of the whole 1,000. That's why you need to get you some money, get your little girlfriend, get your little girl, and do what you gotta do. Hang around where you used to stay out on the block and all that. It ain't gonna work. Motherfuckers be jealous of you, gang, for real.
incident, and it didn't seem like a gang retaliation or something like that.
See what I'm saying?
Man, we're gonna hit you with more information when we find out, but this whole situation is crazy.
Man, y'all stay safe, man. Long live, bro.